Free education from nursery to university possible with expected oil revenue, and government takes outreach to Madhya. It's Friday, April 2. Thanks for joining us. Revenues from the upcoming petroleum industry can open doors for free education from nursery to university here in Guyana. His Excellency President David Granger made this disclosure during his address at the Emancipation Festival held in Berbice.
My brothers and sisters, every citizen, every Guyanese has a right to education. This is the basic entitlement of all of us, all of our children. Free education is an entitlement mandated by our Constitution, which states every citizen has the right to free education from nursery to university. And listen to me good. Listen to me.
The head of state was addressing a massive crowd at number 53 Union Village, currently in Berbice, yesterday at a festival to mark the 181st anniversary of emancipation. President Granger said that the government will be honoring the mandate of the Constitution, providing the basic human right from revenues coming out of the oil sector. Production of forced oil is expected to begin the latest early 2020.
Our expected petroleum revenues, apart from what will be devoted to our sovereign welfare fund, our expected petroleum revenues will help us to restore free education in accordance with our Constitution. Petroleum is not to enrich a few, it is to educate the many. Let that be understood, that those resources belong to future generations, and future generations will benefit, will profit from being educated.
According to the Guyanese leader, the greatest gift of emancipation is education. He said African Guyanese have especially embraced education as a means of providing a better life for themselves, their families, and future generations.
These African Guyanese who took hold of education were able to contribute more and more to the development of this country in diplomacy, in business, in the arts, engineering, in law enforcement, legal services. All of these became possible because of our grasp of education.
As the government moves further into the development of education, the head of state also declared a national decade of development, which he said will see an increased thrust into the education sector of Guyana. The initiative is in keeping with the International Decade of People of African Descent, a decade of reflection designated by the United Nations, which acknowledges the plight of Africans who were victims of the greatest crime against humanity. Reporting for InfoHub, Alexis Rodney.
Potaro Siperuni is the latest region in the country to experience the Government Comes to You outreach.
Government ministers and officials left their offices in Georgetown on Friday, August 2nd, 2019, and traveled to the mining town in Madhya in the Potaro-Siperuni region, where they brought the services to the people. The Government Comes to You outreach commenced at 10:30 hours at the Madhya Secondary School. Among those present were Prime Minister the Honorable Moses Nagamutu, Minister of Social Protection Amna Ali, Minister of Public Infrastructure David Patterson, and several other senior government officials and ministers. Residents were assured that their concerns will be heard and addressed.
Today, however, is not for long speech making. It is to be able to receive your complaints, your grievances, your representation, because we are out here as a mobile government, bringing the government to you rather than you coming to the government. And this exercise is a very unique exercise in Guyana, and I'm told around the Caribbean, ministers fan out, reach out, and they are able to talk and make contact with people, particularly those outside of the city.
This morning, it's a one-day exercise, and we are looking forward for the people of Madhya to be serviced in by the various ministries or agencies. So as we listen to their concerns, we are going to be able to bring solutions to them on the spot.
InfoHub also spoke with some residents who commended the government for this initiative and expressed some of the issues they'd like to be addressed.
Well, I think it's very good reaching to the people, having all the different organizations, the different ministries being here, and so that people can come.
It's a good thing for the government to come and meet us face to face, than for us to having to travel hundreds of miles to get to Georgetown.
It is very good, and I'm glad at least a lot of people would appreciate what the government is doing. At least I personally foresee what the government have done for the 4 years. They have done well.
Present at the outreach are the Ministry of Public Health, the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Natural Resources, the Ministry of Public Security, the Ministry of Public Infrastructure, the Ministry of the Presidency, the Guyana Lands and Surveys Commission, GRA, and many others. Reporting from Madhya with senior videographer Kenyan Bacchus and Arakan for InfoHub.
A new road in Walnut Region 1 is well on the way to being completed by the Ministry of Public Infrastructure. Lauding this undertaking was a 75-year-old pensioner and subsistence farmer, Edward Ramsamy, who has been living in the area for 25 years.
He had no road here, just a little, nothing I used to run here. But today, everything running here.
That was Edward Ramsamy. The grandfather of 3 was overjoyed with the work done so far, as it is now easier for him to uplift his pension.
I feel so happy with it, because it's better for me and all to walk out. From here to go to the bus shed for catch a bus.
Diana Sankar, a school teacher in Warner, also gave her opinion.
It is better than it was before. If I want to go somewhere, I can walk freely than to just stepping over mud and all these things and trying to get the proper car,
For phase 2 of the project in Walnut, 10 kilometers of road is currently being constructed.
The $109 million project is at 80% completion. Hinterland engineer within the Public Infrastructure Ministry, Jeffrey Walcott, explained the features of the thoroughfare.
This in particular was one of the more challenging hills because of not only the material, it was really destroyed because of the trucks and all the traffic that passing through. So currently the width of the road was widened to about 24 feet, and as you can see, the guys did an extensive amount of slope control to manage not only the water, but in terms of dealing with the soil qualities that we have out here.
Walcott commented on the remaining 20% that is currently being done.
So the contractors have finished most of the prep work. They're actually at the base level. So all that's left for them to do is basically base road the laterite and then place a compact.
Last December, Phase 1 saw 3.5 kilometers of road in Warner completed at a cost of $46 million. With the completion of Phase 2 by the end of 2019, the broader mission to connect the Mabaruma to Yarkita corridor will move closer to becoming a reality.
Reported from Region 1 with videographer Kareem Peters, Shaquille Bourne, for InfoHub.
Still to come, 54 from Region 10 employed as patient care assistants, and Region 2 entrepreneurs get multi-million-dollar boost. These stories and more after the break.
Are you ready to embark on a truly epic adventure to an undiscovered corner of South America, where some of the most spectacular natural attractions are unveiled within a beautifully diverse landscape? From the wetlands and savannas to the ancient mountains, magnificent waterways and lush enriching rainforest would provide a vast playground for some of the most exotic and breathtaking creatures on the planet, including many of the world's giant species. This untouched land of mystery and wonder serves up an exclusive experience for travelers. So are you ready for a new, awe-inspiring adventure? Welcome back to nature. Welcome to Guyana.
Welcome back. Pensioners have welcomed the new shed erected at the Clonbrook Post Office.
This shed that we are standing under, you can see it is very, very helpful, not only to me, but to the rest of the community. And I welcome it.
Thank God for the shed. No sun, no rain, and it's okay.
That was 78-year-old Philip Adams and 70-year-old Champati, who were both happy to be seated under the newly erected shed at Clonbrook Post Office donated by the Assembly of God Church in the community. At the small ribbon-cutting ceremony this morning, pastor of the Clonbrook Assembly of God Church, Sean Wilson, noted that the initiative was undertaken as part of its 40th anniversary celebrations. He said that the church does not only considers one's spiritual needs, but the physical as well.
It took us actually half of a day to erect this shed after the men of the church worked so hard. The only time we had was Sunday afternoon, and we give God praise because we were able to do it.
Deputy Postmaster General Anastasia Jesmy Lynch thanked Pastor Wilson and his parishioners for completing the project, which she deemed as timely.
The Guyana Post Office Corporation is being repositioned in the country. We're being repositioned, and we cannot do it on our own. We need the support of all Guyanese. We need the support of civil society. We need the support of corporate society. We need the support of every individual to make this work.
The project was completed at a cost of $260,000. For InfoHub, I am Kellon Rover.
54 persons are now qualified as patient care assistants following a 6-month training program provided by the Ministry of Public Health.
The graduates, who are from Linden and Kokwani in Region 10, completed the course with 100% pass rate. They are also the first batch from Region 10 to undergo the training. Valedictorian Almanta Thompson said taking advantage of the training is something she did, as she always wanted to get into the medical field.
This as a stepping stone for me. I can now work my way up into being what I've always wanted to be, a medical doctor. This is just the stepping stone. I'm not going to stop here. This is just the door I've opened for me, and I'm going to enter it and continue to pursuing my dream.
Shari DeCambra said before the training she worked in a restaurant, but being in the medical field was her heart's desire.
I feel really awesome about this because it gives me a chance to prove myself, to show others what I've learned, help patients, and move up, do better.
Minister of Public Health Valda Lawrence said the now certified patient care assistants will serve as a boost to their respective communities and the region. The Ministry of Public Health, she stated, is committed to expanding and enhancing the delivery of healthcare services throughout Guyana.
Human resource for health is a critical area. We can buy all of the fancy equipment and build all the health buildings, but if we don't have the human resources that are trained and equipped to provide the service, it is like throwing water on duck back.
Minister Lawrence highlighted that the patient care assistant training will also be conducted in the hinterland regions. Isaiah Braffett for InfoHub.
9 small business entrepreneurs in Region 2 are the beneficiaries of grants from the Small Business Bureau. Minister of Business, the Honorable Hemrat Rajkumar, and a team traveled to Anna Regina to hand over $2 million in checks.
Every little bit counts. I intend to use it to expand the business a little, to go farther down the coast, maybe in the Cameroon. And it's a security risk, but you have to take chances in business.
That was Rupchan Jaichand, a phone card vendor who said he will utilize the grant to expand his business since he plans to distribute phone cards throughout the length and breadth of the region. Fellow beneficiaries Sarita Edwards and Alva George also explained how the grant will help their ventures.
It will do a great lot for me because actually I get to stock my business more and extend it.
The grant will benefit me a lot because where I was selling it was on 2 small tables, and when the rain come down I will have to go, and then I have to fetch in things and things like that, right? So this grant really for me to get a building for me to store my goods where it will be locked up.
Minister of Business Honorable Hemraj Rajkumar said the government is committed to providing opportunities for small business entrepreneurs. The minister also reminded that to effectively manage their ventures, the entrepreneurs must practice proper accountability and honor their obligations to the GRA and NIS. He also advised that they utilize grants carefully to ensure continued success.
We are willing to assist you, and it's your job to be compliant with GRA NIS. We are happy to be able to assist you in your business endeavor, and we also would be happy if you can fulfill your end of the bargain to ensure that when you purchase your equipment or your services, that you return the receipts to the Small Business Bureau so that we can account for that money that we are giving you. We would like to give you more. If you are continue to use the grant in a successful manner, in a prudent and business-like manner, no business can fail.
For InfoHub, Ayana George.
That's all for today. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram pages for updates on the government's Comes to You outreach in Madhya Region 8. Connect with us on WhatsApp, Facebook, and YouTube. Much more news is on our website, dpi.gov.gy. And pop over to Instagram for the latest photo updates at DPI Guyana. Your bridge and weather reports are up next. Have a safe and enjoyable weekend. Goodbye for now.